Hey all you world shakers, check this out. I've got my monster running here and it's still hooked up the way it was before. A lot of wires, but you guys get the picture here. Okay, now I've had this thing running and idling for a good little while. What I've done, just as an experiment, I come over here and I put another of my hoverboard modified Bldc motors in here into the mix. It's as you can see, it's tied into that tester. I can slow it down. There we go. But it'll speed back up. Now it's been running 22.80 to 8.2. Been bouncing back and forth. Now looks like there's a 79 in there flashing now and then. What it is, I've got them both idling. Rather than running high rate of speed, I've just got them idling. This is the motor control for the one over here. I'm going to drop it down just a hair more. Oh, it's right on the bottom. It's right on the base right there. As low as it'll go. But what I'm trying to say is that I've got a perpetual looped system here now. Now look at that. Them leads are still there. I'm going to slow one of the motors down just so you know. See there? Now them leads are hooked to the battery right over here to this battery. These two batteries, excuse me. Now, see the hoverboard over there is running on 24 volts, okay? Now, off of that same 24 volt bank, I've hooked one of the another motor control up to just the 12 volt. One off positive and off the negative like you would for 12 volt. Even though it's 24 volt and there's something else running off of that system, you can do that. See here, this is just the motor control for it. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's seen one of them. It goes right over to the bottom of this hoverboard motor. It's idling right here. Well, I've made a 3-phase alternator out of that as well. Alternator motor combination. So I've took the 3 leads that coming out of that. It comes right up to this little rectifier. See these 3 leads? Goes right up to this set of rectifiers, 3-phase. Comes right out of that and goes right over to the batteries. See there? Comes right into the hot and the cold 24 volt. Now, back to the tester. 22.81 volt. I think we bought, no, we ain't lost that tent. It's still flashing. 8.2. But it's, I mean, there is, if there's any voltage loss, it's so minute that this thing could run perpetually and at least throw 20 volts into the battery system and keep that 20 volts solid. Now the MPPT is also helping out in this, as you can see, but there ain't no real continuity. Let's take a look at that right there. 0 continuity. That means there's no amps coming in from them panels. So really the inflation, or what you're seeing on that board is really nothing on the right hand side. The ones that make any sense is the 20.9. That's what I got in my battery bank. The rest of it's fuzz. So we go back here and we're idling, still idling. Over here, still idling. And up here, ain't moved much at all, has it? Oh, maybe, oh, we may have lost 2 0.8 of a volt. But I don't believe so. Maybe 1.5 tenths or something. I don't know. But the thing is this thing could sit here and run and idle like this for a good long time. It's snowing outside, so there's no real anything really coming in on my panels. But look at that. It's pumping it up a little bit, going from 8 to 9. Wanting to, anyways. Anyway, I just thought I'd show this to you people. Again, we'll slow the motor down. See there? There you go. I'll just stop the motor, see? There we go. Right back up to what our running voltage is. It's not adding and it's not taking away. It's simply running a continuous loop of power. Now if I want to charge them batteries in the trailer, all I gotta do is turn up the other generator. But there we go, we got a 79 flash, but it's just a flash. Like I said, if we're losing voltage, it's so minute that it's even hard to measure. Alright people, still piddling, trying to come up with that perfect power plant. I may end up incorporating a couple of these guys together. We'll see what happens. Might need a bigger alternator base for charging my batteries and keeping them pumped up. That's difficult to do because according to the math, I'm not supposed to be able to do that. But where there is a will, there is a way, and I'm going to figure out a way. Now I look at videos on YouTube, and I get a lot of inspiration, especially for people from Asia. They got some good ideas, you know, but everything there is all 240 volts, you know, 220, 240 volts rather than 110. But it's easy enough to reduce it down and get nearly the same thing that they do. Just got to work at it. Well, it looks like power finally come down on my battery. 2 tenths. Let's see, we had about 3 tenths. Anyways, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Go with God. Famous last words.